Today, let's discuss Chomsky's views on language. As you know that Chomsky is very well-known name in the world of linguistics. So Chomsky defines language as a set of sentences, finite or infinite. Finite means limited or unlimited. Set of sentences. As you know that language is made up of sounds. These sounds are connected. So we create words, and by following some rules and regulations, we create sentences by joining the words all together, and it is called sentence. The sentence is meaningful arrangement of words. That is a sentence. And according to Chomsky, language is nothing but set of sentences. The sentences contains words and utterances. And according to Chomsky, the sentences are finite or infinite, limited or unlimited. Can you tell me that how many sentences can be constructed in Marathi? Yes. Can you tell me total number of sentences in Marathi? Yes or no? मराठी भाषेमध्ये किती वाक्य आहेत बरं सांगता येईल का? 1,00,000, 2,00,000, 5,00,000, 50,00,000. What do you feel?
चार प्रकारचे आहेत सर.
वाक्यांचे प्रकार नाही, वाक्यांची संख्या. वाक्य काय? मुलगा आहे, हे माझं घर आहे, अशी वाक्य किती असू शकते बरं मराठीमध्ये? त्यानुसार नंबर.
अनलिमिटेड आहे.
Right. Infinite. Okay. Can you tell me the total number of sentences in Hindi? Yes.
Same sir, unlimited.
Unlimited. Sentences in English. Yes. How many? Again, the same answer. Unlimited. मराठीमध्ये आपण किती वाक्य तयार करू शकतो याला मर्यादा नाही. Unlimited. Hindi, with other languages. Right? So the sentences, the number of sentences are unlimited. You cannot count them. Right? So a language means a set of infinite sentences, unlimited sentences. Finite. Which are the finite elements? Finite means limited. Right? Here, finite elements of a language means the consonants, the vowels, the sounds. मराठी मधले स्वर बदललेत का, कमी जास्त झालेत का बरं? अ, आ, इ, उ, असे आहेत का, चेंज झाले? Yes.
No.
As it is. व्यंजन चेंज झालेत का, कॉन्सनंट्स चेंज झालेत का मराठी मधले? अ, ब, क, ड, इ चेंज झालेत का?
नो सर.
संख्या वाढली किंवा कमी झाली त्यांची, काय वाटतं? Yes, Ashwini, what do you think? मराठी स्वर, मराठी व्यंजन यांची संख्या वाढली किंवा कमी झाली, काय वाटतं अश्विनी? Reply. Yes, Nikita, what do you feel? Yes. Narayan, what's your opinion? मराठीचे स्वर व्यंजन यांची संख्या कमी जास्त झालेली आहे का?
नाही सर,
नाही.
सेमच आहे.
इंग्रजीचे अल्फाबेट सेम आहेत का? काय बदल झाले आहेत? ABCD, F ची चेंज झालेत का? कमी जास्त झालेत का?
नो सर, सेम आहे.
नाही सर.
सेम आहे.
होती का?
नाही सर.
Right? Means these things are finite. Okay? Vowels, consonants, alphabets, sounds, these elements of a language are limited, are finite. What Chomsky tells us that we can create unlimited, means infinite sentences with the help of these finite elements. Means we can create unlimited sentences in a language with the help of limited elements like consonants, vowels, sounds, and alphabets. That's it. That is a language. To the view of Chomsky. So, how we can define a language then? So, language is a system of arbitrary vocal symbols used for human communication. See, the key words are, the important words are again human communication. Because communication is the basic function of any language in the world. Right? Vocal symbols, spoken symbols, spoken. So language is spoken. Right? Language is a system. Elements in it are not arranged and combined randomly, but according to some rules and principles. Right? So language means a set of rules and principles. We learn a language, means what we do, we learn the rules and principles of language. Rules of Marathi. Rules of Marathi tells us what? These are the set of vowels in Marathi. These are the set of consonants in Marathi. A, Marathi in Marathi, fixed rule. Right? Sentence structure in Marathi is fixed. It's a rule, isn't it? Same is the case with English. So we learn the rules when we learn a language. Rules of grammar we learn, rules of alphabets we learn, right? Rules of sentence construction we learn, rules of plural we learn, rules of pronunciation we learn. So we learn all these rules and principles. So how to construct sentences? I like tea. It's correct sentence because rule is there. I like tea. Isn't it? If you disturb the sequence of the word in this sentence, then what would happen? Right? That sentence would not be allowed. I like tea. Like IT. Is it allowed? No, because it is not following the rule of English language sentence construction. So language is what? Language is a stock of rules and principles. Stock of rules and principles. For example, if box is there, B-O-X, what would be the plural of box? Yes, you can add S or ES to make a plural in English. That's a rule. Boxes. Or boxes. But if you want to have the plural of mouse, then you cannot make it plural by adding S or ES. Mouses. It's wrong. The plural of mouse is mice. Why? We don't know. Because on one hand, we can create plural of box as boxes by adding s or es. But on the other hand, we have different rule for the word mouse. So no mouses, it is mice, isn't it? So why is that? We don't know, because it's a rule of English. Right? So when we learn a language, automatically we learn rules and we follow these rules. So if we want to learn language, if we want to, yes, use language, we have to make use of rules, isn't it? Rules of pronunciation, rules of spelling. For example, psychology, the word. Okay, the beginning of the word psychology, it starts with P in the spelling, but the P is silent. Why psychology has the word P in the beginning if it is not pronounced? We have to pronounce it as right from sir, psychology. Right? So we have to write P in the beginning of that word. Why? Yes, we don't know. It's a rule. For psychology, you cannot say that. For psychology, no, it's psychology, isn't it? So these are the rules we have to learn and we have to follow while learning a language, isn't it? मराठीमध्ये सुद्धा असे भरपूर रूल्स आहेत, बरोबर आहे. आता उभा जो माणूस राहतो तो पडतो, पडल्यावर आपल्या अंगाला लागतं, जखमा होतात, राईट, पडतात की नाही? पण निवडणुकीत पडला काय होतं, जखमा होतात का? नाही होत. का म्हणतात निवडणुकीत पडला? निवडणुकीत हरला असं म्हटलं गेलं पाहिजे, पण निवडणुकीत पडला आपण म्हणतो. कधी कधी अशाही गोष्टी होत असतात. मग रूल्स आपण फॉलो करतो. मराठीचे रूल्स आहेत, हिंदीचे रूल्स आहेत, इंग्लिशचे रूल्स आहेत. अशा प्रत्येक भाषेचे रूल्स आपण आत्मसात करतो, शिकतो आणि त्यानंतर वापरतो. आणि हे रूल्स आपण वापरले नाही तर ती भाषा आपण करेक्टली यूज करू शकणार नाही. So language is a bunch of rules and principles. Language is arbitrary. There is no intrinsic connection between the word and the thing. No connection between the word and the thing. Right? For example, तुमच्या हातामध्ये काय आहे बरं?
मोबाईल.
मोबाईल. त्याला मोबाईलच म्हणायचं कोणी शिकवलं तुम्हाला? कोणी सांगितलं? काय प्रश्न झाला का? पण विचार करा, कोणी सांगितलं तुला तुम्ही त्याला मोबाईलच म्हणायचा?
कोणीच नाही, समोरचे जे म्हणतात ते आपण म्हणतो.
तुम्ही असं विचारलं नाही का, याला मोबाईल नाही म्हणणार? मोनिकाला वाटतं हे मग मोबाईल म्हणणार नाही, याला तर गाढव म्हणेल. माझ्या हातात गाढव आहे. काय वाटतं? येस, who told you to call that device in your hand right now a mobile? No answer is that, because we are following. ज्याने त्याचा शोध लावला त्याने त्याला मोबाईल नाव दिलं म्हणून आपण म्हणतो. रस्त्यावरून गाढव जाताना दिसतंय, त्याला गाढवच का म्हणायचं बरं? बोला. कारण आम्हाला
त्याला ते म्हणतात म्हणून.
त्याला ते म्हणतात, पण त्याचं काय लिहिलंय का गाढव असं? लिहिलंय का? नाही.
नाही.
त्याला मोर का म्हणत नाही बरं, असा प्रश्न आला डोक्यात तुमच्या? नाही आलाय. फॉलोइंग आपल्याला सांगितलं आहे बेटा, याला गाढवच म्हणतात, याला मोर म्हणतात, याला वाघ म्हणतात, बरोबर आहे. तेच आपण आत्मसात करतो आणि तेच कंटिन्यू करतोय. लँग्वेज. पण समजा आपण ठरवलं, सगळ्यांनी ठरवलं की आजपासून गाढवाला गाढव न म्हणता मोर म्हणायचं तर काय होईल बरं? गाढवात काय फरक पडेल का? येस, गाढवाला
नाही.
गाढव न म्हणता मोर म्हटलं, काही फरक पडेल का गाढवामध्ये?
नाही.
लँग्वेज इज आर्बिट्ररी, कनेक्शन नाहीये शब्द आणि त्याच्या वस्तूमध्ये. शब्द जरी बदलला तरी काही फरक पडत नाही. लँग्वेज इज vocal. Vocal means oral. The primary medium for all languages is sound. So language is vocal rather than written. आपण भाषा जास्त बोलतो की लिहितो बरं?
बोलतो.
बोलतो. Right? That's why language is vocal. We use the written form of language. Yes, we use it, but we use the spoken form of the language on a large scale throughout our life. पूर्ण आयुष्यामध्ये जास्तीत जास्त आपण भाषा बोलतो लिहिण्यापेक्षा. What about the illiterate people? जे अशिक्षित आहेत त्यांना तर काय लिहिणं माहिती नाहीये. They don't know how to write. Still they use a language, but they use in the spoken form. अशिक्षित लोकांना लिहिणं माहिती नाही पण ते तरीही भाषा वापरू शकतात. कशा फॉर्म मध्ये? तर स्पोकन फॉर्म मध्ये. तर स्पोकन फॉर्म मध्ये ते भाषा वापरतात, रिटन फॉर्म मध्ये नाही. सो लँग्वेज इज व्होकल. आपण जेव्हा लहानपणी असतो तर लिहिणं अगोदर शिकतो की बोलणं अगोदर शिकतो बरं? येस,
बोलणं.
बोलणं. लिहिणं शिकायला किती वेळ लागतो वयाची? येस, आपलं जनरली वय किती होतं बरं तेव्हा आपण लिहायला लागतो? येस,
2 किंवा 3
वर्ष. लिहायला लागतं बोलतोय, बोलणं नाही.
4 or 5 years.
त्याच्या अगोदर आपण भाषा ती बोलायला सुरुवात केलेली असते का आपण? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So the thing is that we learn spoken form of a language earlier than the written form. And which form of language is easy to understand, easy to learn, spoken or written?
स्पोकन.
Right? आई हा शब्द उच्चार करायला सोपा आहे का लिहायला सोपा आहे?
उच्चार करायला.
Yes. त्यामुळे एक लहान बाळ जेव्हा आई हा शब्द उच्चारतो तेव्हा त्याला माहिती नाहीये तो ओ कसा लिहावा, आ कसा लिहावा आणि ई कसा लिहावा. So spoken form is easy to learn rather than the written form, right? So that's why language is vocal. Next definition: language is used for human communication. It is human specific. We have discussed this thing earlier. Human specific. Only humans can communicate through language successfully and completely. Animal communication is there, but animal communication is a limited form of communication. Animals do communicate, but their communication is limited up to the basic needs of their life, like hunger, like love, like anger, isn't it? But as far as human communication is concerned, human language is concerned, we have unlimited scope for a language, isn't it? So we humans speak language more than the basic needs like hunger, love, anger, right? So language is used for human communication. It is human specific. So these definitions, right, are quite famous, right? And one linguist is there, that is John Carroll, and he describes language in the book, that is the study of language. What it tells us that a language is arbitrary system of speech sounds or sequences of speech sounds which is used or can be used in intrapersonal communication by an aggregation of human beings and which rather exhaustively catalogs things, processes, and events in the human environment. The definition looks quite difficult, but one thing is there, that is a language is made of sounds, then we have to use it for communication. We have to follow the rules, and it is used in human environment. So that is the main things in the definition. We can say that the language is systematic, language is arbitrary, language is spoken, language is social, and language is complete. So these are the basic features, basic characteristics of any language in general. Then in the next part of our lecture, we will have characteristics of language for our discussion. So which are the characteristics? I will give you the hint, that is systematic. Language is systematic, language is arbitrary, language is spoken, language is social, and language is complete way of communication. So here it is the end of our today's discussion.